All right, we got some environmental news to talk about tonight, and it's going to be a series of 1 to 2 videos because it's 2 separate topics that we're going to talk about. The first that we're going to talk about is Deer Park. There's been some dumping around there that we need to talk about, and of course the news media barely covered it, of course. And it's in that spot, you know the spot I'm talking about, along that road where there's just lots of beautiful pines. You're looking at a picture of it right here. Another picture of it right here. We'll put another picture on the screen of it, and it's absolutely beautiful over here. But unfortunately, there's been some dumping over here. So let's get to it. Let's get to the story here. Channel 12, the only place that covered this, and they barely covered it. So look at that. 16 seconds, 15 seconds is all it got. All right. And it says here, a hazmat crew was at Pilgrim State cleaning up barrels left behind at the site, leaking barrels that were dumped on the property in Islip. All right. A first responder tells, now this isn't Islip, it's Islip Town. All right. First responder tells News 12 they were alerted to about a dozen barrels, but they're not sure as to who left them there. So let's play the story. You'll see how pathetic the story is.
Leaking barrels dumped on that property in Islip. A first responder tells us they were alerted to the barrels at Pilgrim State, but they're not sure who left them there. The State Department of Environmental Conservation is now investigating.
So we don't know if they were leaking hazardous materials, but if you look at where they were in the story, you will see that let's see, that they're in that area right here. So I'll show you on the map right here where they were. So it's right by Edgewood Preserve. A lot of the times I'll do a hike here, I'll come out, and then this is the area that's got a lot of beautiful pines in it, all right? It's part of Pilgrim State, but they want to actually, you know, this area is just a dumping ground. And so this is the area where it was dumped, right over here. Right over here. So right by these woods right here is where it was dumped. We don't know what kind of chemicals were in there. Channel 12, and I Googled it, and literally barely anything came up. Only Channel 12 seemed to have covered this. And they barely covered it. So it just shows you just how forgotten the pines are on Long Island. They get no respect at all. And this is yet another classic example of it. So, you know, people view this as a place to dump stuff instead of a beautiful desert-like area with pitch pines growing in it. No, they don't see. They can't appreciate the beauty. They just view it as a dumping ground, and it really disgusts me. It really does. And look at these beautiful shapes here, but you know, again, they don't care. You know, they don't care at all. You know, it's just all about money. And again, it didn't happen in a certain area where there's a certain demographic. But stop the presses. Let's see what Channel 12 is. Mulcahy's. Let's see, 1 minute and 17 minutes, Mulcahy's and Wansaw. Right, just to show you who they serve. Yes, I'm surprised they actually covered this crime incident in East Meadow. Domestic violence. They actually did wind up covering that, which is kind of surprising. But I guess because it borders an enclave. East Meadow is kind of by an enclave. And then if we go back even more, you'll see they're talking about Sayville, too, I believe. Something about Sayville in here as well. That they covered. Of course, now I can't find it, but it was up here somewhere. Yeah, up here. So here you go. Former Sayville teacher. Look at that. Well, that only got 22 seconds, but, you know, they just failed us. That's all. Meanwhile, if you look at News 12 New Jersey, I'm just going to point out how much more respect the Pines get in New Jersey. This is Brian from Positively New Jersey on Channel 12, and he is working on News 12 New Jersey, is actually going to do a story about the dwarf pine barrens and in New Jersey. So again, they would never do this on Long Island. See, it's a story coming soon, but they would never do this on Long Island. No. So again, it just goes to show you, in New Jersey, the pines get respect. On Long Island, they don't get respect, and that's the problem that we're dealing with. And it's ridiculous. It really is. It really is. It's all, again, just part of the plan, you know, to push people like me who love the pines into New Jersey. But, you know, I'm going to keep fighting because somebody has to fight for the Long Island Pine Barrens. Hardly anyone else is doing it. So that's going to be it for this video. Thanks for watching.